What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sideline Sports. My name is Trevor. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Come on in. Let's talk Warriors basketball today. But before that, just a reminder, Matt Steinmans from 95.7 The Game will be here next Wednesday on this podcast to talk Warrior basketball. It will be most likely sometime in the evening on Wednesday, so just look for that podcast notification when the video is uploaded, and you can check it out. Okay, so right now let's talk a little bit about the Warriors. Jimmy Butler experiment's working. He has been with the team for 2 games, and in both games he's had major impacts. Let's go over the numbers of the Milwaukee Warrior game where the Warriors won 125-111. So Moses Moody had 33 minutes and 13 points. Jimmy Butler had 31 minutes and 20 points. Very respectable considering he's only been with the team for 2 games. Draymond Green, 32 minutes and 6 points, but his defense is where it shined the most there. Steph Curry, 34 minutes and 38 points. Definitely helping Steph Curry get back to doing Steph Curry things. Very, very respectable. Buddy Hield, 30 minutes and 16 points. He's getting back. He's getting back a little bit. I might be able to get back on that Buddy Hield train if he starts getting it going. Brandon Podziemski, 32 minutes and 9 points. That's all right. I would expect more from Podziemski. Quentin Post is still playing out of his mind for a rookie center, 15 minutes and 13 points. I like this guy. Quentin Post, man, he can shoot the three-pointer. He is a tall, dominant center. This guy's going to be amazing for the Warriors in the future, and hopefully he's just really, really good this year. And we'll see where it goes. We need him in the post for sure. Quentin Post in the post. Anyway, Kevon Looney, 12 minutes and 4 points. Gary Payton the second, 10 minutes and 4 points. Guy Santos, 6 minutes, 0 points. I still like his tough play. Trayce Jackson-Davis, 1 minute and 0 points. He's kind of losing playing time. I don't like that. I mean, Trayce Jackson-Davis is a solid player. I don't see him. I can't see him losing minutes like that, but he's lost some minutes, I guess. Nothing else really to mention. Pat Spencer, 1 minute, 0 points. Jackson Rowe, 1 minute, 2 points. So anyway, by and large, the team is playing much, much different. They've done a complete U-turn, and they're going in the right direction, guys. They've won 2 in a row, and we got the Mavericks tonight. I love to see the Warriors just shut the Mavericks down right now, especially since the Mavericks no longer have their superstar. So I think right now is a good time to kind of stomp on them while they're down. I would love to see the Warriors go 3 in a row and really move up into playoff contention here, right? They're in the play-in game kind of right now. Love to see them in a playoff spot and not in a play-in game because the Warriors do not fare well when they have to play in a play-in game. But by and large, guys, things are looking great. Jimmy Butler's moves looks like a really, really good move to be made. We're not failing at that right now. He's looking great. So here's my thoughts. My thoughts are there's going to be some down games. If Jimmy Butler can keep his cool and kind of just play the game, we're going to get an amazing Jimmy Butler. If he gets upset about being a Warrior at any point, he might turn or try to turn the Warriors into a huge fiasco like what happened with the Heat. Let's hope that doesn't happen. I've seen 2 different types of Jimmy Butlers. Basically, he doesn't put up with any kind of situation where he's going to lose or playing with people who don't want to win. He's not in that situation here with the Warriors, so it might be very unique where the Warriors actually have a team where he's going to fit in with players who are driven to win championships still. So let's see how that goes, but so far it's been a good move. I was hoping the Warriors would make a move because I thought anybody on this team is tradable and they need to shake things up. Having Butler this year going into next year is just going to be awesome because I think the Warriors will retool in the offseason as well. But this team is starting to turn into a dark horse type of team that other teams are not going to want to see in the playoffs. There are other teams that are not going to want to see the Warriors in the playoffs. I'll tell you why. Not only because of the players, but Steve Kerr is basically a magician when it comes to winning 7-game series in the playoffs. He's very good about figuring out the weaknesses of other teams over a course of a 7-game series and picking them apart. It works every time almost based on his stats. He's out there and he's influencing the game in his coaching style. It's not just Steph Curry and the rest of the players, although obviously they're the ones getting it done, and Steph Curry is a legend. Having Steve Kerr there to pick apart those other teams and figuring out how to get past them. That's what he did with Boston when they won the championship a few years back and nobody thought they would. And he did that throughout the entire playoffs. He's very good at that. So we got a great coach on our side. We got great players now. I think the Warriors can make a run. Can they win the whole thing this year? Very hard to tell at this point. I'm not going to say that, but they are on track to have a monster year next year if they retool and get a few more players with Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry and Draymond Green. That being said, this year is not over by a long shot. We got a long way to go, and the Warriors are looking like they're a team that's about to creep up. I mean, look at the Bulls game. Jimmy Butler basically passes physical. All the paperwork got in hours before the game starts. He shows up, puts a Warriors uniform on, plays 29 minutes, and gets 25 points. Not knowing anything about the offense, really, or how these players are going to play with him. He goes out there and does that. In 2 games, he scored 20 to 25 points, guys. This guy, once he gets down the Warriors offense and gets comfortable, is going to be a force. He already is a force. The Warriors won that game 132-111. He's pulling players away from Curry, and when he's not pulling players away from Curry, he is scoring at will. He's getting to the line more than any Warrior player has gotten to the line, and he's scoring when he does get to the line. He's making those shots. When he doesn't, he's still scoring. He is the perfect complement to Steph Curry right now. I love what I see. I can't wait to see more of Jimmy Butler and see what he's going to do in a Warriors uniform going on, not just this year, but into next year, when I think next year could be a really, really big push for a championship, because I think they will retool and go get another star player. Who that will be, I mean, Giannis's name is always, always coming up. If the Warriors can figure out how to keep Curry, Butler, Green, and go get Giannis, then I would totally be down for that. I see Jonathan Kuminga's contract coming up. He's asking for like $225, $230. He has not earned a dime. I won't say a dime of that. That's not fair. He has not earned that type of a payday. He just hasn't. Okay, guys? So Jonathan Kuminga being gone after next year, or after this year, into next year, or getting traded, is a very good possibility, because he is asking for way too much money, and he is absolutely not worth that money. You have to earn it. Now, the fact that he came out this year and was on fire for about a week and a half, does not earn you $225 million. That is just a streak, guys. I cannot just emphasize this enough with my fans out there, the people who watch Sideline Bay Area Sports. Understand that's a streak. That doesn't mean he turned the corner. He did not. Turning the corner is like watching a full year of a player who has developed into something really great. He has not shown that yet. So just keep in mind, guys, that Kuminga is tradable. Maybe you put Kuminga in a package with some draft picks and maybe a few other players to go and trade for Giannis. Because I'm telling you, Giannis is on Joe Lacob's radar. He is the guy, he is Joe Lacob's white whale. He is the guy that he is constantly going after every year, and it's not going to stop. I wouldn't be surprised if you see another player like LeBron James or even Kevin Durant change their mind when they see how the Warriors are playing. See, KD didn't want to come here when they didn't have Butler, and KD didn't want to come back here because of a lot of reasons. He's mentally weak because he gets his feelings hurt. He's not mentally weak on the court. He's just mentally weak when it comes to he's over it. That's not a fair statement. I don't know how I'm going to say this. Sensitive. He's too damn sensitive. He needs to get his sensitive ass back to being a tough player, or become a tough player, because he never really has, and go to a team who's going to win a chip. There's no room for sensitivity. There's no room for sensitive players who are going to cry over spilt milk. And that's what he did. I said this on 95.7 The Game when I called in. I said his mental acuity is not there. He's weak. But that's not really true. It's not the mental acuity. It's the weak-minded sensitivity. You know, he gets his feelings hurt, and then he doesn't want to play with you anymore. I'm going to take my ball and go home. I don't want to play anymore. Well, that's weak. That's weak sauce, guys. And the Warriors really don't have room for a player like that. Even though he's absolutely amazing, I'd love to see KD come back. But you cannot be out there on the court crying about how come I'm number 2 behind Steph Curry. You were never, ever going to be loved more than Steph Curry in the Bay Area because Steph Curry is the icon of the Golden State Warriors of this era. It's just not going to happen. But players, people, fans loved KD here. They wanted him here. They supported him. And for him to say, oh, I just didn't think the fans appreciated me is complete bull, guys, is bullshit. The fact of the matter is that he got weak, he got soft, he got hurt because of Draymond Green giving him a little bit of shit. That was it. Draymond Green got in his face a couple times, and then he said, well, that's why I'm out. That's why I'm out here, man. I can't play like this. Well, then you're a little bit too soft, maybe. No doubt he helped the Warriors win championships. It's my opinion they would have won them anyway. They really went over the top, and it was like basically a guarantee when you had KD. But the Warriors were moving towards winning chips without him. It was a great compliment to have him here, and I'm not saying I wouldn't want to have him here again, but the difference between KD and Butler are very, very clear. Butler is a killing machine out on the court. He does not care what you say. He does not care what you feel. He is going to go out there and he's going to play basketball. He's the enforcer the Warriors need, the attitude the Warriors need. The Warriors before Jimmy Butler were soft. They'd get down. They'd be down by 10 points, 15 points, maybe even 20. And they would say, oh, we lost. And they were just soft, playing weak, soft basketball. Their mental toughness was not there. Now we got Jimmy Butler saying, no. That's not how we're playing anymore. And he's given a toughness. He's given an edge to this Warrior team the Warriors need. And because of that, it can propel this Warrior team higher up in the standings and get us into the playoffs, which I believe will happen. And when you get Jimmy Butler in the playoffs, look out. Jimmy Butler is amazing in the playoffs. I'll tell you that right now. The guy is unstoppable in the playoffs. You get that with Draymond Green and Curry, and you got a team that other teams do not want to see in the playoffs. They would be very, very worried about going home early when you play a team with like the Warriors with those kind of players. So, guys, overall, this video is all about how great I think Jimmy Butler is fitting in so far without hardly any practice, and I think it's just going to continue on this way. So let's just keep watching the Warriors, see how it goes. Jonathan Kuminga does come back very soon, probably after the All-Star break, it sounds like. Let's see how he plays with this team. So if, oh, and I spilled something. So if Jimmy Butler and Kuminga and Curry can play together, if they can play together at a high level, who knows? Maybe Kuminga will get a higher payday. But $225 million is not going to be that. It is not going to be that no matter what. Unless you see Kuminga come out, play with Butler, and just do something absolutely amazing, like just fly out the handle and go 30 points a game the rest of the way out. Then maybe you can start talking about $225 million contract, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think he'll be a good compliment. I think Kuminga will play very well next to Butler, Curry, and Green. I think that will happen, but just remember, I don't think he's earned $225 million yet. I don't think he's earned that contract. We'll see how it goes, but this team this year, once we get Kuminga back, will look much, much stronger than they even are now, and other teams should be very, 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 very afraid. They should be very afraid of the Warriors right now because the Warriors are playing like they're on a mission, and they're going to keep playing that way. I believe it. I believe they're going to keep playing this way, guys. So get ready for an exciting rest of the season because it will be exciting, win or lose. There will be lots of entertainment, and I'm betting on the side of winning more than losing at this point, guys. So anyway, stay tuned. Next Wednesday, Matt Steinmetz will be here. It's going to be a fun conversation. We're going to talk Warriors and where we think that they're going to be going the rest of this year and into the future next year. Can they win a championship this year? Is it even possible? Well, just remember, guys, anything's possible. The Warriors won a chip a few years ago now, 3 years ago, when nobody thought they could. Well, this year could be another one of those years if they can pull it out. The Lakers are going to be very tough to play. I would say if we got to face them in the playoffs, because now they got Luka and LeBron together. But I do think the Warriors are tooled now to face a team like that and play. I mean, but their defense, the Warriors got great defense, and the Lakers have no defense. So I'm naming the Lakers as one because we always have trouble against the Lakers. We don't seem to have much trouble against the Thunder, who are number one. I think the Warriors could beat the Thunder in a 7-game series. I really do, the way I've seen them play lately. So let's see how it goes. I've got lots of thoughts. We'll run through all of that next Wednesday when you guys come back. And remember, hard work beats talent when talent don't work. So let's get to work. And let's hope the Warriors do the same. See you in the next one.